Hello everyone, welcome to SaiU School of AI's interview series. I am Amrisha Zafreen and we have with us Dr. Ajith Abraham, the Vice Chancellor of Sai University and the Dean of the School of AI. He is not only a great source of knowledge and inspiration, but also an amazing mentor who has worked in a lot of reputed universities both in India and abroad. So I'm sure this video will be very insightful for those of you who are watching. Thank you sir, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
The first question I'd like to ask you is, sir, while it's important to create our own work, original work, there is also AI which is blooming side by side. And it's important to take insights from AI and maybe enhance ourselves. So do you think people should actually start incorporating AI into their work to make themselves efficient? How should and how they shouldn't?
Definitely so. I think AI is a nice tool that can improve efficiency, more automation and innovation. So we should try to make use of it as much as possible in all possible dimensions, whether it is in your studies or some disciplines, solving some problems. And I think sky is the limit if you use AI in the right sense. You should not consider AI for replacing some human done tasks, but I would say to augment things that can help or assist humans and also improve creativity.
So the talk of the town is also about AI replacing many jobs. So how do you think students should prepare for such an AI-driven job market?
So if you look at the last 6-7 years, the field of large language models and generative AI has taken AI to a new dimension where we can see a lot of automation happening, especially in white-collar jobs, office jobs, even I would say it is going to even traditional jobs, including legal, medical, media, etc. So I think there is a, I would say, huge concern that some jobs will be taken over by AI. But actually the fact is we need to upskill, we need to go with the technology so that we can enhance our own skills and use AI to enhance so that we can contribute to whatever we are doing. And I think all of us, if we are upgrading our skill sets, indirectly we are also contributing to the development of our society, community, our country at large.
So now that you've mentioned a few jobs that AI can take over, which field do you think has the most potential for AI to thrive in?
I guess all administrative jobs, including law. I think I heard that even 40% of the lawyers might be sacked, or they might lose their jobs when AI really comes into the picture. I think one of the main jobs is people are doing repetitive jobs. For example, secretarial jobs, simple things which all these Gen AI tools can take over. I think it's much easier.
There's also creative work that AI can take over. For example, the Ghibli trend that was circulating on social media currently. While a lot of people appreciated it, there were a lot of them who also criticized it for exploiting hand-drawn art forms. So do you think there should be a regulatory body that governs the way in which AI is used, whether it's used ethically or not?
Well, Ghibli is a very interesting concept, and personally, since I am from computer science AI, I kind of discourage people using Ghibli because the problem is that people are uploading their own data to a public space, and basically we are compromising privacy. That is first aspect. We don't know all these images will be used in the future by someone else or somewhere, we don't know. And second is the computational aspect. Because every image that is loaded to this platform for generating this Ghibli image, there's a huge computational load, and we are contributing directly to the sustainability. We talk about green energy, green, finally all of us are creating Ghiblis. That is also not a good idea. Coming to your question, I guess, creativity is always good, and I like AI being used for improving our creativity. And for example, creating art like this for an artist, it could take hours to days, and AI it's a matter of few seconds. And imagine if you can use that time period for something else. That's how I see creativity, being used at the same time, augment our own personal creativity. So if we can use these images for something else, probably commercializing or improving our own productivity, that's how I see AI being used. But instead of using Ghibli images, I totally discourage that. And I guess regulatory mechanisms, I think, is very difficult. Very difficult to put a full stop on this, particularly like a country like India, where even copyright, many people don't understand what is copyright. We don't follow strict regulatory measures, and imposing these things is going to be a huge task, and I think it's almost impossible to stop, people being, using these type of platforms.
And lastly, how do you think Sai University ensures industry readiness for its students, and what advice would you give to young students who are entering this kind of a job market?
I think we should always study things, from a practical point of view. We should always look at what I'm studying today, how I can use it in practice. So certain courses, for example, if you're in computer science, certain fundamental courses like data structures, algorithms, complexity analysis, these are all, I would say, bread and butter of computer science, and without having some strong fundamentals in these few core courses, you cannot succeed anywhere. Coming to application, industry, they are very practical oriented. For example, if you're going for cybersecurity or going for cloud computing or going for data science, they need to be highly specialized in those specialized areas, They need to know the tools, how to use data, how to analyze results, how to interpret these results, how to utilize them for commercial needs, because when you work for industry, you also need to show that how these tools can help to enhance their productivity, their business intelligence. So always you should look from a industrial angle. And I would say always, since most of you are, like in the early years, I would say you should always do look at the practical aspects. I would say experiential learning is very important. So, like we will teach something in the classroom, but you should always ponder and ask yourself, how can I use this for some practical problems? And these days, because you're in any university, you don't get classes more than 5-6 hours. So imagine you have at hand almost 18 hours. So you can do wonderful things. You can do some online courses on various, hot areas, do some self-reading on various topics, create GitHub accounts, and showcase your projects which you have done. There are several data sets, available all around. Play with those data sets if you're particularly working on some areas like data science, AI, etc. Play with those data sets. Show your project showcases so that the world will know that what you're doing. The world will understand that you exist here. Then you can enhance your programming skills, like lead course, like create accounts and study programming skills. So always, I think you should always look beyond classroom, because we have limitations in traditional classrooms, and always you're available for any kind of questions. So if you find any doubts of exploring all this what I mentioned, you can always come back and challenge the faculty, sir or ma'am, what is this? I want to know more details. Always you'll be happy to help you. So it's a long journey, we should work together as a team. So I think the more closer you are with the faculty can also help you, mentor you to provide you the best pathway.
That really brings everything to the full circle, sir. And it's true that the faculty at SaiU, they are very approachable, and we can really approach them at any hour, and no question is considered different here. So thank you, sir, for this valuable session, and I'm sure this video would have been very insightful for those of you who are watching. So till we meet in the next video, it's me, Amrisha, signing off.
Thank you, Amrisha. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.